Hey everybody, it's me, Timmy Flyers guy, and I want to come on here and do another retrospective of the Philadelphia Flyers season. I've been going forward and back in time, and today I'm going back in time once again. I talked about the 2009-2010 season, but I haven't really talked about the seasons that the seasons that came before that. And one of the seasons was a really fun season would have to be the 2007-2008 Philadelphia Flyers season. But before we talk about that, let's go back into the summer. Let's talk about some of the new acquisitions of the Flyers acquired over the years. Late in the 2006-2007 season, the Philadelphia Flyers maybe a trade for goaltender Martin Biron. And Biron really shined for the Flyers. In the summer of 2007, the Flyers signed two big names, Danny Briere and defenseman Kimmo Timonen, along with Joffrey Lupul, Joffrey Lupul, along with Joffrey Lupul. The Philadelphia Flyers still had goaltender Antero Niedermacher, but it was Martin Biron who would be the number one goaltender for the Flyers. Although I kind of think Niedermacher deserved the starter, even though Biron did play well for the Flyers this season. Flyers had not only had guys like Danny Briere, Kimmo Timonen, and Joffrey Lupul. And let's not forget another big name they signed, Scott Hartnell, as well. It was a new crop of Philadelphia Flyers players. Guys like Martin Biron, Danny Briere, Joffrey Lupul, Kimmo Timonen, and Scott Hartnell. And let's not forget Jason Smith, who was named captain of that team. That season, it was a new generation for the Philadelphia Flyers. The Flyers wanted to adopt a new identity. A new identity where the team was not going to be pushed around anymore. And let me tell you, 2007, 2008 was an upgrade from the previous season. Because the previous season was an absolute disaster. A team like this team, the 2007-2008 Flyers, were led by head coach John Stevens, a man who had won the Calder Cup back in 2005, coaching the Philadelphia Phantoms. Not only did the Flyers have a lot of new guys on their team, they were also led by veteran players like Samuel Gagne, Mike Knuble, and many other veteran players, along with superstars Mike Richards, Jeff Carter, and Scotty Upshall, a player they acquired late in the 2006-2007 season, which saw Peter Forsberg go to Nashville, and the Flyers acquired Ryan Parent and Scotty Upshall. The 2007-2008 season started off well. Flyers had a huge victory over the New York Islanders in the season opener, and the Flyers were on a tear. Two of the best players on the team that year were Danny Briere, Simone Gagne, Scott Hartnell, even though he had a bit of a slow start. And let's not forget the two superstars. Mike Richards, the superstars of Mike Richards, Jeff Carter, Scotty Upshaw, and R.J. Umberger. This season was a new beginning. The organization wanted to put the disastrous 2006-2007 season behind them. That year, the Flyers played some of the best hockey they could ever play, being one of the best teams in the league that year. The Flyers, they had their ups and they had their downs that season. But the Flyers made the playoffs that season. The Flyers have made the playoffs for the first time since 2006. In 2006, they were eliminated at the hands of the Buffalo Sabres in the first round. The Flyers looked like they were ready for the playoffs, and they certainly impressed in the 2008 Stanley Cup playoffs, eliminating the Washington Capitals in an epic 7-game series. As Joffrey Lupul scored the game-winning goal in Game 7 of the 2008 Eastern Conference quarterfinals. The Flyers then moved on to face off against the Montreal Canadiens. Just like the previous series, the Flyers lost the first game, but really shined in Game 2. They came back to Philly, winning Games 3. They came back to Philly, winning Games 3 and Games 4. They won Game 2, and then they won Game 3, they won Game 4, taking a 3-1 lead in the series, and then eliminating the Montreal Canadiens in 5 games. The Flyers then moved on to face off against the team that was one of the biggest rivals, and that team was the Pittsburgh Penguins. Although the Flyers played really good in the first 2 games, in Game 3, the Flyers lost that game, and the Flyers finally won their first game in that series, and that was Game 4, as the Flyers had a huge victory at home. Going back to Pittsburgh, Game 5 was an absolute disaster, as the Flyers were completely outclassed, outmanned, and outscored by the Pittsburgh Penguins in Game 5. The Philadelphia Flyers 2007-2008 season officially came to an end. The Flyers did so many good things that season. They had so many great games that season as well. Who can forget the shootout victory over the New York Rangers? How can you forget the epic Game 7 goal by Joffrey Lupul? This season may have ended in the 3rd round, but the Flyers did everything right that season. Yes, there were some mistakes. Yes, there were some hardships. But the 2007-2008 Flyers season was a fun season. I had a lot of fun watching this team. That year, I officially turned 21. During that season, it felt pretty great being 21 that year. Because turning 21, that was a good thing about that year. Turning 21, we seen the Philadelphia Flyers kick some ass in the 2007-2008 season. The Flyers, they almost got there that year. With that being said, this has been my retrospective of the 2007-2008 Philadelphia Flyer season. In the next video, I'll be discussing the 2008-2009 Philadelphia Flyers season. Season of changes. And the season which would be the last time that we see the Philadelphia Phantoms and the Philadelphia Phantoms play the special. I already discussed the final season of the Philadelphia Phantoms in the previous video. I will leave a link to that video if you want to check that video out as well. This concludes this video about the 2007-2008 Philadelphia Flyers season.